Shalom, and welcome to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul, your Biblical Hebrew podcast. Shalom and welcome to our Biblical Hebrew podcast. Today I would like to speak to you about the man in the ear. The man, the woman, the human that is in the ear. If we look at the structure of a human ear and its spiral image, we can imagine, or it is not too hard to imagine, that a human fetus can sit inside. In fact, in each and every one of us, there is spiritual fetus, which is dwelling in a human ear. Usually when human birth is being happened, at the moment of birth, at the timing of birth, the waters of the womb are breaking, and this is a sign for us that the baby wants to go out, or he or she are prepared to go out to life in this world, in space and time. The delivery comes. When a baby is born here in space and time, his previous existence beyond space and time is being cut from him. The unity that he used to share with the universe as one is being cut, and he appears here in space and time. One of the signs that he appears here in space and time is his cry when he goes out of the womb. The baby is growing to be a child, to experience life in his family, and he sees things and he learns from his surrounding to speak, to connect things, but still this child is experience life on earth like life on a very strange planet, because something in the back of his unconscious tells him that he is a stranger here, and he needs his first surrounding to translate for him what is happening here in this life. His parents or his relatives are his tour guide. They are his first navigation system here. He is like a tourist, like a stranger in a stranger's land. He's been taught to call his delivering parents father and mother, and his siblings brother and sister. But he comes from entirely different dimension. This is what happens to us when we are being born into certain families for a reason, and the reason is that this is the perfect surrounding for us, whether we like it or not, to manifest the potential that is hiding inside of ourselves. The more alienated this child will feel from what is happening on this planet, the more he will try to connect to other and higher levels of being. One of them is listening. The more this child will develop his ability to listen, the more he could spiritually grow. The one in us that was cut from the infinite and came to be associated with space and time the firstborn body, knows he has another twin brother. The body, our body, knows he has a twin brother. And the twin brother of each and every one of us is lying or existing in our ear like a fetus, a potential to grow us spiritually, unlike the human eye, which is open out to the world and has eyelashes and eyelids that we can close and protect ourselves from the light or to go to rest when we are tired. Unlike the eye, which is open outside of our bodies to the world, the ear does not have any cover. The ear is open to the world from its broad side, and from its source, it's connected inside. We can never close our ear unless if we put our hands on our ears. Our ears are unconditionally open. Even when we go to rest or we go to sleep, unlike the eyes, which need to use their eyelids, cover the eyes for us to rest, the ear is infinitely open. Even when we are asleep, this is unconditional love. And if we remember this fact, we shall protect our ears, the greatest generator of spiritual growth. Let's go back to the twin parable. Since we have notion of our body, which appears in space of time, our body perspective or bodily perspective in us is considered to be like Esau, while the spiritual perspective in us, Jacob, is like this fetus in the ear. Fetus in Hebrew is ubar. Ubar, Ain, Vav, Bet, Resh. The meaning of ubar in Hebrew is from over, passing through, crosses, like from the word ever. Ever, in English we say eber. So, a fetus, ubar, in Hebrew, comes from over. He is crossing, he is passing through. When we are in a situation of stress or overwhelmed from too much inputs into our lives, sometimes visuals or others, it is good to just listen, because listening opposite our tendency. Instead of going out to the world, to the 400, we are turning inwards. This is why the Bible in Deuteronomy says, Shema Israel, listen, Israel, listen, because listening has to do with the connection to the One. Israel are the letters Li, Rosh. I have head, I have origin, I'm connected to the origin. So when we listen, we are connected to the origin. But when we look outside, we are mostly looking into the manifested, because what generates the manifested is the hidden. The more we would like to spiritually grow, the more we will listen. Listening also generates peace. This is why when we are loyal to the man in our ear, the potential of human which is lying inside of our ear, we have a guarantee for our spiritual growth. So in this beautiful conversation, I would like us first to try to be open to this idea of the man in the ear, or the spiritual fetus, which is nourished by higher worlds in us, and in a way encourages us to grow inwards and to connect to the Ancient One, Adam Kadmon, which was the original plan of the divinity for us to be. Shalom and thank you. Thank you for listening to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul, your Biblical Hebrew podcast. For more information, articles, videos, and interactive classes, please visit hebrew.learnoutlive.com or join our YouTube channel. Shalom וכל טוב.